Today we are fasting. Let's learn a little bit on a deeper level about what's really going on and what we're really commemorating on this day, the 17th of Tammuz. Famously, there are 5 events that took place on this day that has led to us fasting. The first is remembering deep levels of disconnection, God forbid, from Hashem. This day commemorates when Moshe broke the tablets, which is a direct result of the sin of the golden calf. As well, one of the kings of Israel, King Manasseh, brought an idol into the temple, which is again the desecration of something deeply holy. But there's another category. And that category, I think, is a disconnection from the nations of the world. It's not a positive thing that we have this disconnection, that we have this, God forbid, hatred. So, for example, the Romans abolished the daily sacrifice. We lost sovereignty in the land of Israel. The Romans had occupying control. And we lost our ability to do the daily offering, which represents that consistency, that stability with the land and our relationship to the temple. And as well, a Torah scroll was burned by a Greek officer. And lastly is a very important one, which is the breaching of the walls of Jerusalem, which eventually 3 weeks later led to the destruction of the second temple, which we are still praying, please God, for the building of the third Beis Hamikdash. But this event, even though the Romans are responsible, is still connected to baseless hatred, sinat chinam, amongst the Jewish people. When Rome was circling the walls of Jerusalem, ready to come in and take over, the Jewish people had years and years of food. The sages decided, we need to find peace with the Romans. We're not going to battle anymore. We're going to figure out a solution here. We have some time and we're going to figure it out. Meanwhile, the zealots, fighting and impatient, said, we cannot make peace with the enemy whatsoever. And they ended up burning all the storehouses of food so that there was a famine. Then the Jewish people were too weak to fight back. There was a lack of unity and leadership. Despite the focus on a fast day of what went wrong, God forbid, which the Rambam reminds us to do. He says, to le'orer levavos, to awaken our hearts, toach darchei tshuva, and open the gates of tshuva. We need so much action in these areas. Peace with Hashem, peace with Judaism, making Judaism a center of all Jewish life for all types of Jews, peace with the nations of the world, and peace within ourselves as a nation, as a group, as a people, as a tribe. But there's a positive element. We say that eventually, please God, with Zachariah, it says that all fast days will eventually be a day of sasun and simcha, of joy and gladness. And here's a positive interpretation of all these things that led to fast days reversed in our generation. Of course, there's issues with assimilation, but there's more Torah learning than there ever has been in Jewish history, and more connection to Hashem than ever before. People connected to Jewish identity across the world. And then we have nations of the world. There's Abraham Accords. There's people all across the world supporting the Jewish people, joining the Jewish people. And lastly, within ourselves on 2 levels. Number 1 is nobody's able to take away, thank God, our soldiers, our IDF, people that are protecting Am Yisrael across the world, not just in Israel. We have this land again, and there is a great renaissance of building up the Chomos of Yerushalayim and the Kedusha. And we need to learn how to get along with that. We pray, Hashem, please, for leadership that will unite all of Am Yisrael across the world.